Waxing poetic, wah 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 wah. Big fan of indie music, trying to, I think, highlight some of the great indie music I see coming from the continent and highlight some of those artists. So, if you are a fan of reading, I would say go, what do you call it? Go read the articles. They're on www.sasasasa.co. Some indie picks, 1 and 2. They even playlists as well. Because, like, let's go across the board. It's not just the words that you want to read. You want to be able to talk music. And you will be surprised. Like, damn, there's great stuff out there. Again, we are waiting for Mr. Tega Ethan to join. I can see he is about to jump in. I'll wait.
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Tedder, Mr. Ethan? Which do you from?
Hey.
Tedder, Ethan to all together.
Okay, trying to make sure my face is properly in the light, yeah?
Yeah, no, they need to be able to see you, man.
Oh, okay, I think that's better still.
That's problem.
How you doing, man?
What's up, man? I am good. How are you?
Good, I'm good.
I'm very glad that we're able to do this. I am a fan of your music. I think you're doing really beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
And
You too,
I'm
man.
looking at this cross-cultural experience. I think there's a lot of people from East Africa, from around the continent that would really enjoy your stuff. And I think the overlap is there. I think just to start it off, tell us who you are. For the people coming from my side, from the people who are joining on your side.
Okay. I'm Tega Ethan. I'm a singer-songwriter from Nigeria, based in Ibadan mostly. And what else about me? I like plantain. I like to play guitar. I write to shit too. I consider myself like travel. I like really sweet music, and I'm here. Like I think eventually more would come out as we're talking.
I'll be right.
But yeah,
100%.
but like that's like a bit of a lowdown. That's a bit of a lowdown. No, I did not.
I can see.
Can I respond to comments?
For this one, yes. And then the rest is
Okay,
like,
right now.
guys, just drop your questions. We'll run through them at the end. But like, you can give those because like, I'm like, you guys, you're bold. Like, straight off questions. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. It's just like, where you leave it. No, I did not grow up in the UK. I did not grow up in the UK. What I did though was I did spend some time there, but I did go to like a bit of a fancy school in Lagos, Nigeria, where they were really big on the whole like, oh, English, Royal English, pronunciation. But like, yeah, that kind of caused this. I'm inflicted with this accent now. I can switch it though, but like, yeah.
Can you do a bit of code switch? Can you code switch right now? To be just surprised.
I think because in Nigeria, do you know Pidgin?
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, I speak Pidgin because so in Nigeria I'm from Delta. My dad's from Delta State, Warri, where we speak like proper Pidgin. So I feel speak Pidgin, but I don't know whether anybody go understand what they talk. Like if I start to speak Pidgin now, I feel lose everybody where they listen.
I wouldn't. I think you might lose. I think you lose half of us.
Yeah, I lose half. So no. So we're going back to this, but just I can code switch.
Wonderful stuff. All right, let's kick it off properly. So, thank you very much for everyone who's joining this live today. My name is M. Rumbi. We're here with Tega Ethan, an amazing indie folk singer-songwriter based in Nigeria. Yep. And today we're going to be chatting about everything indie music in relation to him. This is off of an article I did called Some Indie Picks, the second one, where I was looking for amazing indie music and I decided to focus on West Africa. And Tega Ethan is one of the artists who really just stood out to me. I think I listened to his song La Beidi. And hey, bro, I won't lie to you, man. I as soon as I heard the guitar, because I'm a guitarist myself, I was like, falling in love. So the idea of today is just kind of to get to know you, speak a bit about your artistry and your arts. If there's things coming up, if there's things maybe people don't know, yeah, it's just a space. If you have questions, please just add them as a comment. We'll go through them at the end. But I think maybe just to start it off, like, how how did you become Sega? And where does it start? Where did you start playing guitar? Did you start in church? Like, it's a different story for
Right.
every artist. I'd love to hear yours.
All right, sick. So before I start talking, if I start sweat, I sweat very easily, and it's pretty warm today. I think it's about 30 something. I think so. So I get into it right now. So I did not start playing guitar in church. I did not start playing guitar really early. I started playing guitar in about 2016, I believe. So it's been a minute. Oh my God, it's been 10 years. I still have
Time,
my
my
first
man.
guitar. Yeah, time flies. I started playing, and I remember I wanted to play for a while. It should be like 2017, actually, not 16, 17. And that was kind of like, and it's important because that's how I became an artist. Like, my brother played me some songs by Sharon. Like, I've always listened to music. You know, grew up in the church, sang a bit in the church. Was never really in the choir except for my dad's church. I was in the choir in my dad's church. Um, but then one time, just along the line, after listening to a lot of songs, my brother comes around one day, plays me a Sharon's album. It's like, oh, you've got to listen to this guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure, that's fair. Then I wasn't really like big in music. I loved to game. I would like play like clack 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 a lot, you know, especially like mobile gaming. And then it's like, oh, listen to this guy. And then I can't. I think he played. I can't remember the song now. But he played it to me. I'm like, wow, this is wonderful, because with a lot of music I was listening to before, it was always very abstract, you know, just a lot more poetry. And then you got this guy, this like ginger man with his guitar singing like really specific stuff. It's like, oh, you know how he writes. He writes like, we did this at this place, and it's always very like relatable. Even though I did not know half of those places, it was quite relatable. And I was like, oh, you can write music like you're writing into a diary, right? Like you're writing your experience, and that set up something in me. And I'm like, shit, I want to write. And then I remember I would like this. I got really into it during that period, and I would be playing a freaking broomstick, in my dad's living room, because the dining area was a bit elevated. So I kind
Yes,
of like
yes.
pretend like it's a stage, and I'd have a broomstick, and I'm just like singing songs and really strumming on the broom, and it was insane. And so I went to visit my brother. He was in uni then in Ibadan, the city where I really love now. I mean, and I found people that were playing guitar there, and one guy, just by luck, he wanted to sell a guitar. It was like dirt cheap. The action was like super high, and I did not care. Like, I was gonna get a guitar, and I'm not gonna go into the details of how I got the guitar. But I got the guitar eventually, and that kind of just set everything up off. And I was supposed to go to uni, and for like a long complicated reason, I didn't go. And I just immersed myself in music and in like playing the guitar. And I remember setting a limit of, I'm going to put a video on Instagram in the first week of getting this guitar. And I did. I remember it was Viva La Vida by Coldplay. Yeah, just, and I remember it was very single strum, right? Yeah, but I was like, no, I've got to learn this thing and play it and get really good at it. And I think that's the beginning of how I became me. And people that know me from a long time ago, they know that there was a name. I'm not going to say it now, but like there was a name before Check Ethan, where I'd released like 2 songs. Yeah, before I then
Hey, yo,
switched
if you
to.
are an old fan, please, like, just for once here, you drop the name. I'd love it.
But yeah, that was like the start of everything, and the rest is just, I wouldn't say history, but the rest is in the making. You know, it's like part of the story, you know. But that's how I got to where I am. Yeah.
I I can definitely hear
How
your
about you,
influences.
man?
Like, me, damn, let me see. I think I've been playing guitar since around 2012.
Oh,
Um,
sick.
I I won't say I grew up like in a musical household, but my dad plays a bit of guitar, so you know your standard open chords, so you can play church music. You know, that's
Oh,
kind
that's
of like what
nice.
it's doing, right? And my mom plays a bit of keys, a bit of recorder. So
Oh,
it was
accordion.
there. No, recorder.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So Right. So the instruments were kind of always there, but I didn't. You don't need. I think it really takes a point where you get that inclination. And then one day I just told my dad, I'm like, hey, this guitar's been here forever. Why don't you teach me guitar? Beautiful father-son bonding. Ta, ta, ta. I
Oh, your
get
dad
into it,
taught
and
you
then
guitar.
yes, he's the one who introduced me. So like my first songs, my first
So
chords,
cute.
uh, he's the reason I write songs. He was like, you know, Michael, it's good to sing other people's songs, but you need to be able to write yours. Because he's also a songwriter. He's a musician in his own right. It's just, I think, the
Mm-hmm.
time, the reality of when he lived, he didn't go. But he does have like his songwriting books. Chilling in the afternoon playing his songs, Apple, where he drinks tea outside. So I think I love how music made me feel, and I wanted to make people feel that way. So yeah, I just started writing. So I think I did poetry. I think everyone starts with poetry, and then I was like, what if I try and make this poetry more? Did songwriting for a long time for other people. That's my stuff, and then I was like, no, let me sing. Let me see what it does. It holds more emotion. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, that's kind of just like how I got into it. I
I'm very
wanted to
jealous
ask.
father son bonding thing with guitar. That's so cute.
It's so honestly, it's a wonderful story to tell, and like you can see, he knows he has bragging rights. So whenever he comes for a show, he's like, "Look, I know you're fancy now. Remember where it started. Remember where it all started. You know what I mean?" It's one way to put
Oh,
it. Wonderful man, wonderful man.
that's
I
so
wanted to ask you. I mean, you've told us a bit about how it started, where it came from. I didn't know that you started as a songwriter. That's very curious to hear. And also the fact that I am one as well, so it's like more than once. But I want to ask about micro blues, and maybe walk us back because there's you me telling me that you were playing, what is it, in the dining room with a broom, and then there's you making this beautiful EP. Like my current favorite is Ibadan. Like there's just something in it. I don't know what you
cool.
put in it. It's some spice, some crack, something like it's a beautiful song.
Oh,
It's
that's it.
annoying people with it. You're annoying people with it. So I'd want to know, like, this from micro blues walking back. Maybe just tell us a bit about that journey, because I do think you're an artist. If you're an indie musician, you're someone they should look up to. You know, the quality of music, the expression. Also, you've had, I think, if I'm not wrong, you have traveled quite a bit, at least, with your music.
I'm like,
And okay, yeah, your humility, you can be modest, it's fine. But I
no,
think
no, no.
there's a lot to look at in your journey, and I'd love to hear about that. So maybe just start with microbrews.
All right, micro blues is. I hope it's not noisy.
No, no, no. Okay, wait,
Okay,
let's ask. Guys, is there noise? I'm
okay.
cool, I can hear.
No, if you're good, then it's good. So micro blues is amazing. It's a good story.
Mhm.
Essentially, first of all, the micro blues is
Yeah.
there it is like I don't know if you know the Nissan Micra.
No, very
The
bad at
Nissan
cars.
Micra,
Yeah.
yeah, the Nissan Micra, the little car.
Hmm.
It's a really like iconic car to a city called Ibadan in Nigeria. And the
Okay,
whole
okay.
idea of it, yes. So the whole idea of the entire thing is quite simple. Yeah, it
Hmm.
is in the city of Ibadan. I'm going to come here just for the light so you can see my face properly.
No. So,
In the city of Ibadan, it's that's pretty much like the official taxi, right?
mhm.
And so like the state's taxi is a micra, but we call it Micra.
Okay, so
Micra. Yeah,
microbrews.
that's why I sing it as Micra, when in the song,
Ah,
because I wanted to
okay.
stay true to the city's pronunciation of things.
Mhm.
And I was just like, when I was starting music, I moved to Ibadan, this city,
Yes.
and I learned so much here. I moved a lot as a kid within Nigeria.
Yeah.
Kind of, we're always kind of like in a bit of a moving situation thing. So one of the first times when I became stable in my own rights, when I got older and I started making my own bit of money, it was in this city. And so I like to say I grew up here, even though it's
Mhm.
around from the age of about 18 that I really started
Mhm.
staying here.
Yeah.
And I was staying with my brother before, the one that introduced me to like insurance music. And
Not
like
bad.
that became the catalyst for everything. So this
Yeah.
city just meant a lot to me. And many of the songs, like Labe Egi was written in I think 2019 or 2020.
Mm.
At least I started the idea from around
Oh, yeah, you started
2020.
sketching it.
Yes, and then which other one? Micra Blues was probably written in like 2021 or two. The track, the Old Man of the Bear also was written. They've all been written a while ago. Am I still here?
Oh, I lost you for a minute. Yeah. So you're saying,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. And it was like really important to me because I always wanted to write something about the city because it's a very important part of who I am as a person and who I am as an artist. And so putting the entire project together was like, okay, I've got this collection of songs and I wanted it to be a project, a small project, because I've never released an album. And I said, okay, the album is going to take me a different direction, but I want the last thing I do
Mm-hmm.
to be, I want the last thing I do to be for the city I'm from,
Mm-hmm.
right?
An ode to
And
the
so
city.
I sit in my house, I record these songs that I really like, and I also have played like the track Ibadan. I've played it a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of people, yeah, because whenever I would go to a show, especially if I'm playing in Ibadan, I would play about it. Or if I just want to shout
Mm-hmm.
out the city I'm from, I just teach people the chorus and we sing it together. So it was so nice for me to put it into a project. And I've got like a lot of plans for it still. I've a lot of the appreciation and a lot of the reception for the song. And I'm like, let's go. Like, I think a lot of people have heard about the city, but not from me. And I'm always very proud of that because
I would say I've heard about it from you actually. Like at least, like looking at it, I was like, okay, that's cool. Because anyway, yes, continue.
so it's just it's something because I feel like I'm from here, from Ibadan, but at the same time, sometimes I to be honest, and in a very like honest, vulnerable like statement, sometimes I still feel like I'm not really from here, like because there are people that grew up here, went to secondary school, and it's a city that's very cliquey where if you meet a group of people, they all know the school they went to. They know you know, they have all these stories from when we did this thing in school. And sometimes I'm like the guy that's just like, hello, I've come to join you guys. And it's always a bit wonky. But I feel like the city kind of allows you to start your own story in it. Like it's not like Lagos. It's a lot more laid back. It's a lot more like,
Yeah.
you know, just do your thing. So I've learned not to like worry about it and just like do stuff. So the entire project is it's a love letter, it's a homage to the city, and that is Micra because a lot of things have happened here. You know, first girlfriend, first heartbreak. It's crazy because I even probably got my first heartbreak in the city too. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of experience. Even after traveling and coming back, a lot of significant stuff still happens when I'm in Bedouin. So the project I believe is just it's just supposed to like pretty much represent everything Ibadan means to me. And you know, cruising around, I still want to buy a Micra though. I want to buy a
Yeah.
Micra
That's on your
and have
to-do list.
just for the hell of it, just to have it in my house. You know, it's
Okay.
like and to like drive it because it's like I can't drive manual, but I'm probably gonna get it still and learn manual on the Micra, and probably paint it the same because the color is brown and I might paint it the same color as the official, you know, and just yeah, that's my
I think
blues.
that'll be like the full circle of like idea of like the project itself. That's like, you lived in the city, you grew up in the city,
Mm-hmm.
you made a song about the city, and then like one of the iconic aspects of the city now you own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the
So,
point.
can I ask on like a more technical side, the production, the songwriting, who was involved with that? Because again, like it's a beautiful project in terms of how it sounds. That's not just based on the influences. That's based on like what you put into it. So I'd want to know that as well for the musicians in the line. Like,
Okay, I'm going to do a big confession now. I have a bad habit of doing a lot of things myself.
that's not a bad habit. That just sounds like a habit.
It's not, but sometimes there's a beauty that comes from collaboration, and I know this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, but sometimes I like to Like for instance, in Ibadan,